What's up, guys? In this next video, we're going to talk about all the problem children in your company and how to get them to stop emailing documents. If it's you, stop it. Don't do it anymore. There's a better way. We're going to show you a better way. We're going to talk about it right now. Hey everybody, my name is Matt Kohn with Bulb Digital, and I'm here with 3 reasons about why you should stop emailing documents and files to each other. We're going to have some steps about how to steer you in a better direction. So the first point I want to hone in on today is that there should only be one instance of your working document between you and your team members. Emailing these things back and forth only makes duplicate copies of files, and nobody knows which one is the most up to date. So putting all your documents in these OneDrives and these SharePoint spaces provides clarity to your team about what documents you're actually working with. You guys are all touching the same individual documents, you're making changes, and the tool is tracking all of those changes, both what changed and who changed it, for you guys in real time. You're probably spending a lot of time drafting formal emails that all look exactly the same when you could just be sharing a link to one of these SharePoint or OneDrive locations and adding a comment about why you're sharing it out to somebody. You guys could even start using Teams just to chat in a window and insert an attachment right into there that will lead back to a SharePoint drive somewhere where that Teams channel is located. In summary, you owe it to yourself and to your team to provide a centralized location where all of you can go to meet, collaborate, and track changes to these documents. So the second point I'm going to talk about is permissions and accessibility. If you're a large company with a lot of team members and a lot of content, you're probably used to drafting emails to multiple people and making those formalized emails. You need to stop doing this and grant users access to SharePoint. So far, we've talked about granting individual access to a document, maybe to 1 or 2 other people. But if you have a big group of people or a lot of content that you need to share out to a consistent group over time, it's easier just to make a document library or a SharePoint site and grant a whole group access to that library moving forward. That way, anything you drop into that library, those users will automatically have access to. A lot of times people think that managing permissions in SharePoint is intimidating because there's so many people and so much content to manage. But in reality, you can establish SharePoint groups and put individuals in those groups and then grant them access to a whole site, a document library, or even folders of document libraries. Then you can check permissions using the tool and keep your management of permissions in line. Now, if you're like me, you might like the occasional trip up north for camping or to shut your router off every now and then to just disconnect. And you might be wondering, how do I get access to all these documents and files if I get disconnected or my cloud service isn't up and running? SharePoint is already accommodated for this, and you can sync to these tools and features right to your hard drives of your machines and your phones and modify documents right from there. You can schedule these syncs so that when you've made those changes and save them to your machine, they'll automatically go right back up to SharePoint. So the final point I want to discuss today is control and security. Your assets are super important to your company. We've already talked about how sending emails to your employees and other team members automatically cuts you out of control over access to that document and where it actually is out in the email world. Hosting cloud content like this allows you to not only track changes and keep control of who's doing what, but you can also identify confidential policies around what can be downloaded, what is read-only, and how they're accessing that content on various devices. So we're talking a lot about managing permissions on all this content, and a big concern is what happens when somebody leaves the company, or what happens when they change positions and their access to certain types of content changes. SharePoint's great because it allows you to check permissions on things and then revoke access. You can either pull that person out of the SharePoint group that they were in, or you can revoke permissions of a share group that no longer needs access to a certain site. So thanks everybody for watching. That's my video for today. If you have any questions, you can leave a comment below and we'll do our best to get back to you. For the readers, we're also going to have a blog post in the description below. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to keep track of what else we're posting here, and have a good day.